Before we do let you go, Mark, you wanted to talk about Marcus Rashford and his contract status. What have you got to tell us?
Yeah, well, the situation with Rashford, all of a sudden, he's had a good World Cup, Rashford. You know, he could come back as United's star player with Ronaldo going, but I think people have forgotten that his contract expires this summer, and United will trigger the option of an extra 12 months, but that means he got 18 months in his contract, and there's no contract agreed yet. Now, Marcus Rashford is arguably one of his biggest assets now, and we're still waiting to see what happens. Now, for me, I get to the summer, and if he won't sign a contract, I'd sell Marcus Rashford. I don't think he's done enough at United to prove he is somebody that can rely upon to score 20 goals a season. He's had good moments, he's had bad moments, but if Man United are rebuilding, if Marcus Rashford wants to be a part of it, he's going to have to commit to it fairly soon, because I think he's a player they could sell next summer for money. And I think the fan base will be quite split, actually. I think some would be happy to let him go, some would want him to stay. But I don't think Rashford is consistent enough for United to say, we'll pay you what you want, come and sign this contract, Marcus. So there's a big issue to be addressed over Marcus Rashford for the next 6 months, whether he wants to stay, whether United's prepared to pay him what he wants, or whether Ten Hag is prepared to say, look, you're not for me, I'll let you move on.
Has he done enough, Stevie, to stay on and to convince them to...
I got to agree with Oggy, because you'll still get good money for him. I mean, 7 years, maybe 8, but yet, is he really a starter? I mean, you couldn't turn around now and say, Marcus Rashford has to start for Man United. You couldn't do that. So if you can get a good amount of money for him, then you do it and you move on.
But he has been better this season, Alex, and he's even addressed some of the situation himself. He said that maybe he was concentrating on some other things off the pitch. Now he's focused fully on his football.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Well, he has been better. Do you know what I mean? Does that mean you deserve a new contract, Ali?
And here's the thing. I don't want to be a cynic, because why? We have enough people in the world who are cynics. But I will ask the question. Players that are coming towards the end of a contract, and this is not just a reality in professional football. It's a reality in professional sports. Players who are coming to the end of the contract have a way of improving their performance as that contract is running out, knowing full well that there is a payday at the end of it. And I don't think that this is the motivation for Marcus Rashford. I don't think this is why he has been better. But you can't just rely upon what you have seen over the last couple of months and make a decisions in the long term and ignore what has happened over the last few years. So you focus on the last couple of months, you say, you know what, this guy could be the guy for us. But if you see before then and what has been his history with Manchester United, you kind of go, no, I don't think he's the guy for us in the future. I think if Manchester United is thinking about what would be a change, a radical change, and it has begun with, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo walking out the door, Marcus Rashford would probably be the next one to go. Not because he's a cloud like Cristiano Ronaldo and hovers over the club, but just because I think it's time to look for somebody else to try to be the answer that he hasn't been.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.